puzzle. That's not the right one. Okay, everyone, you can unwrap your mystery puzzle. Let's see what we have today.
Ooh, it's something dark. Is it a Schmidt, if I see correctly? Yes, it is a Schmidt.
Yeah, Madara, you may unwrap the puzzle. Yeah, so there are some plastic stickers on here. I did try to peel them off and I ended up ripping my puzzle. So I then switched to just slicing it with a knife. So carefully take off those stickers so that the box is already accessible.
Some good luck wishes are coming in on the YouTube chat already. So you can feel free to cheer for whoever you're supporting.
Okay, so when you've finished taking off the stickers, then just place the puzzle the right side way up, back on the middle of the table. Then I know that you're ready to go. Okay, so counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, so something that's different about this puzzle. So yes, it is a Schmidt puzzle. There's actually a paper envelope in there for the puzzle pieces. So not a one-use plastic bag. I haven't seen that before with Schmidt. I've seen that with some of more of the independent labels.
That is actually very good. I have been waiting for that to happen with like bigger brands at last.
So today we have a Schmidt puzzle, and yeah, I'm really happy with this brand so far. I've loved all the puzzles I've done from the quality. So this one is called Camper Romanticism. Yes, I always have the German name in my head, Camper Romanticism. So yeah, a busy puzzle. We've got the camper van in the middle of the picture, a lot of flowers here in the foreground, a fire pit, deck chairs, bicycle, dog, picnic area set up. And then a bit behind we have rocks and 2 deer, a lot of trees, mountains, another lamp off to this side. So the people who love busy puzzles will get a kick out of this one. Yeah, so good luck, everyone.
This looks like a really, really fun puzzle to do. Like, I like these kinds of images very much. I'm also very happy with Schmidt in general from quality. I actually like it a little bit more than Ravensburger, for example. Um, they're just more comfortable for me to like hold and place. But yeah, so the image does look like something that might actually get some people to be really, really fast. There's a lot of things to like start working with, and it might also be very good for a pick and place method as well.
Well,
Just pick up the puzzle piece and just
I
kind
don't
of
have
estimate where it's going to be.
headphones on because the
So
speed
yes, we're
puzzling
going to
competition,
see
I was so late,
what
I
method
didn't
and
have
what
time to
strategy people are
prepare.
going to be following.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so hard.
today we're going to start in the middle
My
of
clock
the
is in a
participant
wonky
list with those
spot.
starting with the letter M.
Oh god.
And we're going to work our way towards Z and then start at A again. So here in the top left, we have Madara from Latvia, then Maria from Slovakia, Maria Tibi from Sweden, Marie from Norway, Mona from Germany, and Muni from Germany. Yeah, so as you say, it is you could do a bit of a sort. I mean, you've got like this red trees in the background. You've got the green and white of the camper van. There's also like an awning, blue and purple striped, and also a whole bunch of trees. A bit of sky, but not too much. Like actually, yeah, most of the sky is attached to the border. So, but yeah, also lends itself really well to just picking up a piece, figuring out where it goes, and just placing it on the board where it belongs. So a lot of nice details.
What was your time when you completed this puzzle? I see in the YouTube chat someone has already done this. This in one of the commenters, Annalise, her time was 1 hour and 13.
Yeah, so I did this one in 57 minutes 25. So this is like kind of my perfect puzzle.
Ah,
I love
shit.
images where there's like something big in the midground, and then in the foreground you have some smaller details, and then you still have something happening in the background. So just a lot going on, but also of different sizes. So I was actually pushing that this was going to be my best time ever. I said to my family, okay, I'm going to get my personal best on this. It's a Schmidt. I always get really good times with Schmidts, and I like the image. I was a bit disappointed that it was 57:25. On the other hand, it's actually a really good time. It's the best time I've had recently because I've been doing all these hard puzzles. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be a fast puzzle. I think probably Ellen and Quinta from the Netherlands will do really well with this one. Also Tobias from Sweden.
Yes, Kiara probably as well.
Yeah, so we can see Marie is doing a bit of a sort. Okay, she's pulling out the edge pieces.
And then what is your personal best? What was the time that you wanted to beat?
Well, the personal best on a first attempt was 55 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So close. And personal best overall is 50 minutes something.
Mm. It is a good time though, and I can fully relate to what you were saying. I also always have very good times on Schmidt puzzles, and like I always have such a good time completing them. So like it's always a fun puzzle to do, whatever is a Schmidt puzzle. Also, they have a lot of these kinds of images that I also like very, very much. Like exactly what this is with the camper, but also there's some with like Swedish houses and like all kinds of landscapes. And like, I don't know, I have one with like an Italian port, which is also very, very nice. So like they have a lot of these kinds of images that are very comfortable to complete, I find at least.
Yeah, actually, I forgot my best time is actually 47 minutes with the Italian fresco. That was one we used in, I think it was EJJ number, was it number 4 possibly? It was one of the earliest, it was the first Schmidt that we did. And yeah, so Schmidt seems to be my favorite brand at the moment in terms of quality, speed, images, and yeah, just I find them really good for speed puzzling.
Yeah.
So on the board we have Natalie from Germany, Nina from Denmark, Olivia from Poland, Palomo from Spain, Patrick from Switzerland, and Peter from the UK.
It's very, very helpful of Patrick to have like a little tag with the Swiss flag on the image.
Actually, I think Peter is Nikki. They're a pair, but the screen says Peter Thomas, but I think that's Nikki. I wonder how we see Nikki later in the British speed puzzling competition. That would be fun. Yeah, so we can see Nikki is started to build the sky border and also working on the flowers part of the borders. Patrick has got a nice blue strip. Oh, so he's doing the awning. So just above the caravan, the little piece of cloth that's sticking out has these blue and purple stripes, and yeah, he's got that already complete. Olivia has most of the border done. Well, that's really good. I mean, we're at like 7 minutes, so
people are already completing parts. It is going to be a fast puzzle, and from what I can see from like the estimates that people are posting, Sandra says 37 minutes.
What to decide to
Freya 43, Janie 41. There's also a guess for 34 minutes. I also would think that there's going to be people who finish under 40 with a puzzle like this. That we're going to have to see.
So Philip from Germany, Quinta from Netherlands, Ricarda from Germany, Rosaline from Belgium, Rude from Belgium, and Sana from Finland. So Quinta is one to watch. She's really fast, and she's just been on the outside of the podium. She's been on the 4th place and 5th place. Maybe today's her time to shine.
Today
But
is
yeah,
the day.
yeah, we can see she's already done the top part of the border. She's got the door done. So there's like in the middle, there's like a brown wooden door that seems to be done, and she's also got also working on the green part of the camper van. So the camper van is split in two. The bottom half is this greenish jade color, mint perhaps color, and the top half is white. And they're easy to pull out because they have all these lines across it, like panels, as though it's been put together like strip by strip. So Rude has also done the striped awning, and we can see Philip is taking his time, being a bit more systematic, to making piles.
I always admire it very much when someone is disorganized with sorting. Like somehow to like create a system. This is something that I'm completely incapable of doing. So like I never have either the patience or just the energy for it. So I always admire it very much when someone can do that. I did pull up like a bigger picture for myself for the puzzle because I don't have it in my hands. And I am like just looking at the image and like trying to think what I would start with, but most probably the mountain, which is like a very standout thing. I don't know what strategy you were following when you were completing it, but probably for me what would make most sense is to like pull out everything that is this brownish yellowish.
I did pull that out early on because it is one of the it's one color block that's close together, and it is
That job.
quite different. I mean, there's a lot of greens and blues in the picture, so that those definitely the mountain pieces did stick out to me. I started with the camper van. I really liked the the awning, and also the striped pieces of the camper van.
Yes, but then even with the greens, like it seems like there's a lot of texture difference in each green section. So like you can easily tell apart like the trees from the grass and all that. That might also be quite nice to finish. And I just noticed that there's also deer on the picture.
Yeah, I didn't even notice them when I started it. That was like kind of a detail I found at the end.
Yes, exactly. There's also a squirrel. I love this when you're completing the puzzle and then just like randomly find these teeny tiny details that you get.
Yeah, so there's a squirrel over here on next to the picnic bench. We have like a deer and an elk. There's a eagle over here, and yeah, lots of, and there's also like a couple of butterflies over here.
Quinta also has a lot of fans in the YouTube chat. We can see, and they're very active.
So
She's also
here,
making progress.
here's Sarah from Portugal, Sarah from Sweden, Siobhan from Ireland, SJ from the UK, and Smaranda from Romania. So you can
Sandra
see
says in the chat that her strategy is usually the same for all the puzzles to work on areas that cats aren't lying on.
yeah, I think well, there might be, I'm guessing a time around 35 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be fast. That you can already see from some people.
Now, so Sarah from Sweden has done the border, and you can see some little islands forming. So it looks like she's working on the camper van. And we can see Sarah from Portugal has the top border done. So she's starting to build out a bit of the mountains, a bit of the trees at the top. So here's Sophie from Denmark, and we can see she's They are working very fast. I love the speed that she's picking up those pieces. As she's searching, as she scans through all the piles, like her fingers are just so fast at picking them up.
Yes.
I think that's something I really need to work on, is to just have that finger speed, that I spot something and just pick it up straight away, and not just kind of browse my way over.
Oh yeah. For me, what I have noticed is that like I have to reduce my movements because like I tend to like pick something up and then lift my hand pretty high up to like move it and stuff like that, which like all in all like also adds to like the speed itself. So like to like not do such big movements, but I think that's also just like it takes so much practice.
Yeah, I think that's also a part of the efficiency is yeah, the really fast puzzlers tend to keep their hands pretty close to the puzzle and not lift off too much. So here we also have Sophie 12 from Belgium, Stephanie from Germany. Let me double check that. Stephanie from Austria, Stephanie D from Austria, and Steffi H from Germany, and Susanna from Germany.
Stephanie has already most of the edge done, as I can see.
So a lot of wooden tables we're seeing here. So Susanna also has a wooden table, but she's put a white puzzle board on top. Sophie has her kind of semi-transparent whiteboard on top, and Quinta, Stephanie, and Steffi are using the wood, just the natural wood. So Global Portrait Project, that's James from the UK. Then we have Tobias.
Tobias is also making very good progress there. Most of the camper is done already. And he seems to also do the pick and place method there, with like some pieces like lying around inside the frame.
Yeah, you
Probably
can
they
see
have a
like
reason for being there.
you can see the formation of a camper van there, and then there's like this blue chunk that he has on the lower right hand section. That's actually a jacket. So there's like a blue denim jacket that's hanging over the back of a chair. So he's done that piece. So it looks like he started with the blues, not the sky or the mountain blues, but like the ones with a bit more texture, that he could place them where he could identify where they would go. We also have Farina from Austria. And Verena has the border done, and then a bunch of pieces in the middle just kind of placed randomly around this. So it looks like she's going more for the pick and place method, finding some details, putting them where they belong. But yeah, Tobias has a good chunk done. So does Sophie. But Sophie's done more from the top half. She's just the top right corner. She's got mountains, trees, and the camper van. And Quinta also has that corner done. So that's exciting to see. We are at 17 minutes.
And people are having a pretty good chunk done at 17 minutes already. It has also been mentioned in the chat that the puzzles look easy. The winner will probably be between 35 to 38 minutes.
So we have someone on the screen called Xander Rosenberger. I can't find you on my list. So we also have Veronica Gallet from Germany, Vesna from Finland, and Zach from the UK. And Zach is building in the middle of his pile. So I could, he's got some nice little sections going, but I could imagine it could be a little bit chaotic.
That looks more
Identifying,
like the strategy that I usually follow, the organized chaos. Yes, exactly.
yeah, because you see different placements here. You see, like Vesna has her border done, but to the right, and she's picking from the left. Zach is building in the middle of all the pieces. Xander has hers on top. All her pieces are above, so she's reaching outwards and pulling them closer towards her. Her border is right up close to her body. That looks like similar to Veronica. Tobias has it spread out all over the table, left, above, and to the right. And Sophie's more to the left and to the top.
Yeah, there are
But
different theories about like how it's best to organize your layout for the pieces and laying. There are some who say that it's best to have them collected on the left, like how Vesna is doing, because it's also like better for like organization in a sense. Also, it feels a little bit more like you scan the pieces, then you back to the puzzle, and as you are getting back to the pieces, you are looking at everything, so your brain has a little bit more time to process. But also with the top, you don't have that much, like you don't have to reach that much for separate pieces. You don't have to move that much back and forth, if you know what I mean, when surrounding. So yeah, it's, I think, a matter of personal taste is what I always get back to.
Anita Evertson Rekstad, your screen is off. Can you please check your camera, Anita? So unfortunately, Barrett says she has connection issues. Okay, so we also have Andrea from the USA, number 4 in the world. Then we also have Anna from Sweden, Arcadius from Poland, and Astrid from Denmark. So Andrea was doing a different strategy. She's starting in the left-hand corner with a picnic table and some flowers. Astrid has a really nice section done, a lot of connected pieces there. And Arcadius has a different table this time. So when he won the Jigsaw Jam with Trifle's Dutch welfare state, he had a white foam board, and you could see it that it was kind of balancing. It was kind of wobbling every time he placed a piece. But here he has a firm table.
It definitely looks more comfortable this time.
More stable.
Yes, Astrid has a really big chunk done. And a lot of people seem to be neck to neck with their progress. Like Tobias and Astrid seem to be at a very similar stage, like a slightly different areas of the puzzle done, but basically the same amount. Also, Arcadio is very close.
So we also have Aylin from Argentina, Barbara from Austria, Berit from Germany, and Bettina from the Netherlands. But yeah, it looks like so far from what we've seen, it looks like Tobias, Astrid, and Sophie are in the lead.
And Quinta, definitely, she's speeding through it very much. She has basically the entire caravan done, most of the sky, the mountain in the back, some in the bottom. She doesn't have more like a big chunk of the edge yet, but she seems to be very organized. Like there is a reason to why she doesn't have the edge.
Okay, so we have Camilla from Denmark, Caro from Germany, Catherine from Luxembourg, and Chiara from Italy. And you can see Chiara has done a huge chunk. all of the caravan and some of the trees behind and the mountains.
She's basically like, if you put Quinta and her next to each other, they're basically doing the same strategy or the same progress in the puzzle. They're also working on the same section at the moment, so it's fun to see.
Yeah, so Camilla has done the border, whereas Caro has done a big section in the middle, not touching the border yet. Catherine has started the top border, but looks like she's more working at little details that she's finding in the middle and putting the camper van together. Yeah, the thing is, you can start with anywhere in this picture. You know, the border went pretty easy, so you could easily start with the border, because also at the front we have a lot of flowers, but they alternate, so there'll be like yellow flowers, then pink flowers, and purple, and then white. So the border is easy to start with, but you also have so many nice sections, little sections that you can work on in the middle of the picture.
Yes, it seems to be a speed-friendly puzzle in the sense. I also find that like it's especially if you're doing pick and place methods, it makes it much easier to have the edge, at least parts of the edge, so that you can kind of orientate yourself, if you know what I mean, so that you know where exactly the picture is going to be. Because for me, for example, it's often an issue that like I don't exactly know how big the puzzle is going to be. Like I always have issues with that. And then if I have the edge, then I have at least kind of an idea, because otherwise I have no idea about the proportions.
So we also have Christine from Denmark. Ellen from the Netherlands. Eva from Germany. And Everly from Estonia. So it looks like Everly has a lot of shadow on hers. Yeah, you can see that as she moves, her shadow moves across the area. It would be good if she had a bit more light.
Yeah, that would make it definitely a little bit more easy. There is a question in the chat about how far Inge is.
Well, we're at E at the moment. We'll reach her in the next few minutes. I is not far away.
Yes. So
But
we
yeah,
we will very soon update you about how Inge is doing.
Yeah, we're at 26 minutes. So Graham from the UK, Hannah from Finland, Heike from Germany, and Dieva from Latvia. So Hannah has also done a huge chunk.
Yeah,
Going from the top right-hand corner to the bottom left-hand corner.
Going in a diagonal.
Yeah, I have to say, I left the top left corner to last. There's just a bunch of trees, and it was, I guess that would be it's not a tricky puzzle, but that would be the trickiest part of the puzzle, just having all these overlaying of different pine trees. So I can see why people are not tackling that one piece earlier on.
Yes, it is probably easier to like separate out those pieces because you can see them very clearly, but then that's really the part that can catch you the most in that sense. Yes, a lot of people seem to be neck to neck, and we're also getting close to 30 minutes.
So here's Inga from the Netherlands, Jessie from Portugal, and Johanna from Germany. And Johanna is our youngest participant today. She's a teenager from Germany. And yeah, she's got the bug. She's She's writing to me and asking me, yeah, do you have any more competitions available? So she's really excited to be speed puzzling.
That is really, really cool. And do you actually have more puzzles available, or are all the puzzles sold out already for the
We
next
own,
rounds?
I did have one, it's number 24. I did have that reserved for Alejandro, but he can't make it. So I have one number 24 available. But that's the last one from the current batch. And then the next puzzles will go on sale after Worlds. So like on the Wednesday after Worlds.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm definitely planning to finally like take part in some EJJs as well. I do have one. I think exactly number 24. It has the blue packaging, or
yeah, the
the one
crocodile
with
packaging.
No, I have plants on it. It's light blue with blue plants. I think it was the last date that I got from this batch.
So I better start checking the messages from Ingrid, which, yeah, okay. So we also have Julie. Julie from Denmark, Catherine from Switzerland,
Bus.
and Kim from the Netherlands. So Catherine has also done a lot. Yeah, you can see a really good picture forming there. There's just the top left-hand corner, there's a gap, and the lower border area. Yeah, but Kiara, okay, you can see Kiara has pink flowers left and the green trees.
Yes, exactly. There's still some gaps here and there. Quinta and Kiara are basically still working on the same areas most of the time, and it's pretty similar.
So we also have Kirsty from Finland, Leah from Denmark, and Linda from the Netherlands. And we also have Line from Norway. So that's everyone. We've reached the end of the alphabet that we started with M and we're ending with L. So yeah, a lot of people are doing really well here. You can see Leah, Linda, and Lena, they all have the caravan done and a lot of pieces connected around it. So yeah, it's going to be tight finish. So we just crossed 31 minutes. Yeah, Ingrid's telling me that there's so many people in the same state right now, so it's going to be hard to catch that. But
Yes.
yeah.
People are asking if they can see Quinta with her progress. I'm also looking at Kiara and Astrid at the moment, and Tobias. They seem to be in the lead at the moment, but I don't have anyone else on my screen at the moment. Yes, the fans of Quinta are very, very loud in the chat.
So Astrid and Kiara look quite similar.
Yes.
Now Tobias has done a little more on the lower section. You can see that that's where Astrid has more gaps. But he hasn't. Oh yeah, you can see a little pile of red pieces there. There's like this red tree in the top right hand corner. So that part's going to go really quickly for him because he separated them out. But he is working on filling some of the gaps in the green with the green pieces.
It's also interesting
Yeah.
to see the difference in like the speed of hand movement for some people. Like at the moment, I'm looking at Andrea and Chiara, and Andrea's hands are super fast. She's moving back and forth very, very quickly with the pieces, while Chiara seems a little bit slower, but much more like dedicated, if you know what I mean. Um, yeah, it like she picks something up and places it immediately. Andrea like flashes around a lot and then ends up placing, I guess, around the same amount of pieces because she's also making really great progress. So the hand movement in general is always very, very interesting to see of like how people are tackling the completion of the puzzle.
Yeah, so it looks like Chiara, Tobias are in the lead at the moment, but very close behind Astrid, Sophia, uh, Andrea, Inga, and we also had Linda on the screen a couple of moments ago. But yeah, if you look at all the thumbnails, you can see a lot of other people have done the camper van. Patrick has done a lot. Rude has done a lot. So okay, so we're at 34 minutes. So maybe 35 minutes was my guess was a bit too optimistic.
Well,
But we can see,
ambitious, not just optimistic.
but we can see Chiara is now down to like 40 pieces of green of trees. Yeah. And
I would kind of
Tobias,
think that Tobias is also very, very close to that number.
his pieces
like the
are
missing
spread
pieces
all
are
out.
just different.
Yeah, so this is the second to last solo competition before the Worlds. So we have one more solo competition on Thursday, and then on next Sunday we have the pairs competition.
As far as I have seen, there are still available puzzles for that competition for the 15th, the pairs.
The pairs, yeah. But that's also going to be really that competition. I do have a lot of puzzles for that one. So this one will be our biggest pairs competition. Will be over 60 pairs. So that's really exciting.
That is pretty exciting.
That's like 120 participating at the same time.
Yes, but the pairs makes it a little bit easier to have that many people. Like imagine having to do that with solos.
Yeah,
Well,
that's one of the things I'm wondering about at the moment, because I know that like I'm wondering how to increase the size of the competition, because there's always people that miss out, and I know there are more people who want to participate than we have at the moment, and I haven't tried to increase that to like the maximum. So the next batch of puzzles is there'll be about 75 places for each of the competitions. However, I noticed that in America, they do like that 240 people. I just looked at one of the results, 240 people in an online competition, and I don't understand how that works.
maybe someone from the US is able to tell us, because I would actually also be very, very interested of like how they manage that many people.
Yeah, I would love to be able to offer 200 places to a competition, but how we have it set up with the live stream and the commentary and trying to catch the finishes, I think we would miss like 2/3 of the finishes. But I am interested to know how that is possible. And I know Jukari from Italy, they split it over 2 days. So they also had like 130 or so participants, but they split it.
Yes.
So who was I looking for? I was looking for Hannah. Okay.
Chiara is down to 6 pieces left. 3 and 2 and 1. Done.
Chiara, done. Congratulations. Another win.
Congratulations.
Oh, Chiara is such a great puzzler. And yeah, I mean, she was the winner. If you didn't catch it on Instagram or on Facebook, she was the winner of the first round of online competitions. So she was overall winner. She participated in 9 competitions and placed first to fifth in every competition, which is just an amazing result. So big hopes for Chiara for the Worlds.
And then second place seems to be very close between Tobias and Astrid. Maybe Andrea as well. Quinta's also still in the run.
So about 20 pieces left for Tobias. About 35 for Astrid. About 40 for Sophie. Maybe about 25 for Hannah. And then Linda and Katrin are a bit further behind.
This is always very exciting to see the finishers. I also feel like it's always much more pressure when you start realizing that you have less and less pieces left. So like I also notice in myself that like I start having false fits more, or like not managing to like fit exactly, or twist the piece wrong, because like I realize that it's so very few left and I have to be quick. Yes, Tobias has about 4 left now.
So Chiara was just under 38 minutes. So Tobias, last pieces. Just crossed the 40-minute mark.
And done.
Oh, well done. Oh, I'm pretty sure Tobias enjoyed this puzzle. He likes busy puzzles.
Yes, he agrees.
Nice and colorful puzzles.
And then Astrid is getting close. Hannah is getting very close. Andrea is getting very close as well.
Yeah, so it looks like third place for Astrid. She's got, oh, but it's close. I mean, there's 15 pieces left. It's a bit harder to see how many Hannah has because of the darker table, but looks very similar. So I think third place is going to be a race
Very
between
close.
Hannah and Astrid.
Looks like it, yes. But also Andrea is very, very close. Basically, the same piece is missing, also the trees.
Yeah, it looks like Andrea is talking to herself. Looks like she's saying out loud what she needs, what she's looking for. I do that when shape sorting. I say aloud what piece I'm looking for. It helps me to find it faster.
And it does it really help?
Yeah, it helps me to keep focus that we're, like skinny with like a large knob, or yeah, square with 3 holes or whatever. Yeah, just I have different ways of describing the different pieces. Like if they have a shoulder, this part here comes out, I call it the shoulder. Long shoulder, short shoulder.
Astrid
Sometimes
and Hannah seem to be very, very close to each other. They're basically neck to neck. And Hannah is done.
Oh, Hannah, back on the podium. Congratulations, Hannah. Oh, and Astrid just
And
seconds
Astrid is done.
behind. Oh, well done, Astrid. Oh, just so close. Just a few seconds behind Hannah.
So very close. It really was very, very close until the last second. And now we have Quinta and Andrea neck to neck. I'm not sure who else is still very close. I'm trying to look through quickly.
Oh, Ellen, 10 pieces left. Andrea, 8 pieces. Sophie, 7. Okay, who's going for 5th? Sophie, Andrea, Ellen.
Andrea has about 4. And Andrea done.
And then Sophie.
And then Ellen.
Oh, so close. Yeah, that was just seconds between Sophie, Ellen, and Andrea.
It was very, very close. And Quinta is also finishing. Inga is done. Quinta done. We're getting a lot of people neck to neck now.
Yep, there's Quinta's done. So we have Linda here. Just checking the other names that getting through.
I'm trying to have like a quick overview of who is close. Linda is also finishing up. Suzanne is also pretty close, only has the top left.
So just recap. First place, Kiara. Second, Tobias. Third, Hannah. Fourth, Astrid. Fifth, Andrea. Sixth, Sophie. Seventh, Ellen. Eighth, Inga. Ninth, Quinta. And 10th. Oh, we haven't got 10th yet. But 3 Dutch in a row. Ellen, Inga, and Quinta. All in 44 minutes, according to the timestamp. I think maybe we started a minute late. I'm not sure. But 3 Dutch in 1 minute.
Someone in the chat is saying with angry faces that we didn't show Quinta being done. But we also have to say that we have had about 8 people finishing almost at the same time, and we can't catch everyone. There is limitations to how fast we can be. And please use English. That's the other thing.
Yeah, so we had 5 people finish in this. Well, we had 7 people finish in 2 minutes. Between 10:42 and 10:44, we had Hannah, Astrid, Andrea, Sophie, Ellen, Inga, and Quinta. So yeah, it's just a bit hard to get everybody on the screen. That is the downside of having fast puzzles, that the finishes are really close and there's a higher chance that we missed somebody. So we are sorry about that. We do try our best. Slower puzzles, they are more spread out. But I know you all like exciting finishes, so that's just part of the way it works.
That's just how it goes. Also, we have about 70 screens in our chat, so it's difficult to pin everyone in time. So that's why. So please stop the raging in the chat.
So yeah, so a lot of people have done the camper van. You can just like scan across all the thumbnails and you see like this nice chunk of the camper van and people, yeah, going off in different directions where they're going to focus on next. But yeah, the time is 47 minutes. So we have 9 people finished in 47 minutes. I think Catherine from Switzerland is on the home stretch, less than 20 pieces. But Patrick from Switzerland is just gonna squeeze in there before. And Linda has like less than 10. So I think it's gonna be between Linda and Patrick for 10th place. So it's that top left-hand corner. You can see that's, that's the trickiest part there. Trying a piece, putting it back, but
And I would like to remind everyone to please speak or use English in the chat so that everyone can see what you're writing and not have to use a translation site for it.
Oh. So Patrick just finished, but Mona just finished. We didn't have Mona on the screen. Let's just quickly jump to Mona. Mona, can you just show us your finished puzzle? Sorry, we didn't catch your finish.
Linda is done as well.
Mona, if you're there, can you just put your puzzle back on the screen, please? So Katrin is very close to finishing. Okay. And Katrin is done. So 10th was Patrick. No, 10th was Mona. 11th, Patrick. 12th, Linda. 13th, Katrin. So Olivia is also very close to finishing, less than 10 pieces. Oh, Susanna. Let's check out Susanna. And the last piece for Susanna. Well done.
Lovely.
Just under 50 minutes.
Yeah, we had a lot of people finish under 50. How many was it? 14?
Yeah, so that's number 14 by now. Just double check that. Yeah, and if you do finish and we don't happen to have you on, can you just keep like your puzzle, the camera on your puzzle just for another couple of minutes, just so that I can check your finished puzzle. Sometimes we don't have everyone on the same screen at the same time. But if I do see someone has finished, I do try to.
Olivia is also almost done.
Well done, Olivia. So close. Yeah, almost there. Keep going. And Nikki is also working on the final tree section. Jessie also not far away.
Olivia has 2 left, 3. Yes. And done.
So
Quinta is asking how Kim is doing.
yeah, I'm gonna find Kim with it.
Arkadiusz is also getting pretty close to finishing. Yes, in the meantime, if you have questions that you want us to ask the top 3 that we are going to be chatting to very soon, then let us know in the chat. We're going to be keeping an eye out on questions so we can incorporate that into our conversation. And we're going to need English language in the chat.
All right, so Nikki just finished and Lene, well done. So, and Sarah. Sarah just finished.
Rosalie is
Rosaline,
done.
yeah, so there's a lot. Rosaline, can you just show your puzzle, please? Yep, all right. Well done. Thank you. Good. Yeah, I mean,
Adios is almost
it's
done.
going really fast right now.
And done.
So I would, if Kiara, if you're there, I'll bring you up.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, so tell us about this puzzle today. Congratulations on a quick, speedy, yeah, was it 38 minutes roughly?
Yeah, thank you. So, fun fact is, well, I didn't even look at the box before. I had no idea what was in there. Like, I just don't care. It's a surprise. But I happened to do this puzzle yesterday for the first. It was still super fast. Took me 39:20. I checked my times in the meantime. But yeah, I had a copy of this in my, still never
Didn't even type
done
down in the
puzzles.
chat.
So I am going through those in preparation for World. Um, so I don't know. It was fun surprise getting this one again. And I really like it. It's pretty colors. It's busy, but not too busy because the too busy ones are hard for me. So I don't know. It's a really nice puzzle. Um,
On that note, that you have completed it yesterday, there's actually a question in the chat about that. Did you change anything between the first try and the second try compared to like what your strategy was of what you completed first?
Not much, actually. So yesterday I started from the caravan, like with the blues, and I more or less still did that. So yesterday I did the blues, but I did them in the like the curtain from the caravan, then the caravan, the jacket came along in between, and then I did the blue sky with the blue mountain.
Yeah.
Today I actually did the blue sky and the blue mountains, and then the other three pieces in that order. And then I think it was kind of similar. I did the table with the dishes and then the flowers and then worked on the bottom. Yesterday I tried doing the chairs just after the caravan and they were hard. Like I remember I abandoned them. So this time I didn't try them immediately and I did other things around before. But no huge changes in my approach. Um, it did save me a minute and a half though, or 2 minutes. I don't know. I don't know the exact times of today, but
It
last
was
night.
it was somewhere around 37 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I must also say I can't stop looking at your cats while you're speaking. They're sitting in the back.
Now you can see both.
Oh yeah. Very nice. Do they immediately occupy a place on your puzzle when you finish? I always see that you post pictures about them sitting on the puzzle once you're done.
Yes, I did take a picture of her on the puzzle already. But yeah, the door was closed. So as soon as I finished the puzzle, I opened the door and like immediately they were on the puzzle.
Yeah, that's why it's fun to puzzle with pets. Like I have dogs, so they don't get onto the table onto puzzles, but like what they do is like they go under your elbow with their nose and they start like
Oh,
pinching you up. That's the other thing, which is very, very adorable.
yeah. That's very cute.
There's another question here for you, which is how much time do you use during the week to practice?
So this last couple of weeks, I'm trying to use like quite a few hours. Like I'm trying to do at least one puzzle a day, ideally two in the evening. And then on the weekend, like yesterday, I did 4 or 5 puzzles actually. And I'm going to do a few more today. And I think next weekend too. On the average week, I think I get to do a puzzle a couple of evenings during the week and then something during the weekend. It's just, with work and everything else, like there's a lot going on. And I also tend to do work on the bigger puzzles in the evenings usually. If I'm very tired, like maybe I don't want to speed puzzle. So right now I'm forcing myself to because Worlds is so close, but up to a month ago or so, I wasn't forcing myself to do it. So
Oh yeah. And do you have any like specific strategy that you keep yourself to when practicing, or is any structure or plan of what you're practicing with each puzzle or something like that, or you just do whatever you get into your hands?
more the second. I'm still in that. Like I've tried like recording myself for a while and be a bit more consistent in figuring out what are like the huge mistakes that I do and try fixing some of those. But I don't know. I feel like with the amount of time that I'm practicing, like the best practice that I can do is still like do a lot of puzzles and
Mm.
get better in general.
And then when you were rewatching videos, like you were saying that you were looking for mistakes, like what
Mhm.
mistakes did you notice in yourself?
I was extremely disorganized in the like pieces like flipped up and also in how I pull them out. Like one thing that I noticed like I was doing a lot was like, taking a pile of pieces, putting it there, starting working on it, then abandon it because whatever, and then leaving all of the pieces around there in the middle and maybe even closing the puzzle around that. And so having a lot of confusion around. And now I try to be more consistent with it. Like, whatever I picked, well, I will force myself and finish it. Or if I don't, then I will actually get rid of that pile of pieces and make sure that like my area is clean.
So
Mhm.
if you like feel like you're getting
Where is
stuck
it?
on like one section that you're working on,
Ah,
you like
okay.
just put it away, or
Yeah.
you just force yourself to finish.
Yeah, like either one,
Ah.
but at least like what I used to do is just abandon it and leave it there. And then
Jesus
it's a
Christ.
cycle of whatever else I start working in, and then like those pieces are there forever because I just don't go back to them because I decided to quit because I hated that
Oh
area.
yeah.
And they
So I
stay
don't face
there,
all
and
these
then like
Dutch
the other
speed.
things do not
There's in a
connect, or like I
placement match
keep
for the
moving them
nationals.
around because they're always in the way and things like that.
Hey
Oh yeah.
there.
So
That's something that
Fuck.
that I think really comes out when you're working in a pair or a team,
Mhm.
because like you create the little piles.
Let's
at least,
see.
but
This
you're
was a
not
very easy
trying
puzzle.
team,
Honestly, I was just
puzzling for the first
so
time.
bad.
That's one thing that like
I
my
s-
teammates were
as
like, no,
always,
stop
I
doing this,"
struggle
which is just
at the
leave things
beginning
around,
deciding on
and
what to
then
work
people have to
on.
work around it. So like, yeah, it does make sense.
yeah, for
Done.
yourself too, I think. Like sure, like in pairs or teams it's even more
Yeah.
important because you annoy everybody and not just yourself. You at least know what you left where, even if it's in the way. But yeah.
Yes, it is visible though that you are pretty organized. That's one thing that I have been noticing as we were watching you complete the puzzle, that there's always like some sort of organization that you keep yourself to, so it is visible.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like it does take me a little bit longer. Like I have become a little bit
I'm in the
slower, like
30th spot.
flipping, etc. Like while doing that. But I
It
also
is,
do
you
see
know,
the
like the
process
picture you might
much
think it's
better,
kind of
when I
like,
have
but
like
it's
everything
actually
fully
very easy
spread
to
out and
tell.
like
The
actually
only
visible.
really hard
So
section
I don't
was
know,
this
pros and
one,
cons of both.
but like everything else, like I mean,
Yes, of
okay,
course.
the flowers also, but like they're different.
So
This
we
one
just
piece is
crossed
broken,
1 hour
but like
and we have
these
33 people finished.
these
That
pieces
shows
are like
how
they're
quick
different
this
sizes,
puzzle
but
is, and
I
also
struggled
how
so much.
the level of how quick people
Problem,
are
like
playing.
I
People are really
didn't
putting in their
pre-write
training
done.
as we lead up to Worlds and getting
My
faster.
clock is also
So you've
misaligned
seen a lot
because
of
I
the new
came
releases
so
tomorrow.
late.
Are
Look
there
at where
any
it
ones
is.
that you're hoping will
Rip.
show up in the Worlds?
And
Well,
yeah,
if it was for me, I
just a
would hope
disaster,
to only
guys.
get
I
new
woke
puzzles.
up really
Like I
late, then
think
I
it would
had to
be
take a
really nice if
shower.
they gave us
And when I got
for
out of
all
shower,
puzzles.
it was 4 minutes until the start. So I had to do a mad
From
scramble while my
like if I
PC
have
turns
to
on,
pick,
while I start the camera for the
I really
live
like the
stream,
one with
for
the
the, how's
Aurora,
it
like
called, for
the
the
one that I think
competition,
you said,
then to
like with
turn
the
on the
green sky,
stream.
like that. It looks
Initially,
really
I had to
puzzle.
even
The Northern
pause the stream
Lights.
because I hadn't
Oh yeah,
unmuted
that is
myself.
beautiful. It's also
It
pretty
was a
fun
disaster,
to finish. I
guys.
also like that one.
Yeah. And I
So
really
I
love
think I would
the
have done
branch
better. I
puzzles.
think I
Like
probably
that
would have
was
done like a
my,
minute or two
I think
faster
my
if I hadn't had
personal
to
best,
rush
and of
so
course
much at the
I had
beginning.
took me 37 minutes, I think, something like that.
And also,
But
I'm
I
gonna
would
check
have
the
to look it
VOD
up.
exactly when I finished because I
It's like
struggled
super
so
fun.
hard
It's
to
the
press
one like with
the,
there's the
the
table,
thing.
like it's a cartoon drawing. There are like a few like dishes on top of it, like with
What
different
epic!
foods.
Well,
Like
no,
there's
just
one with
couple of minutes
sushi,
faster
there's one with
tops.
some carrots,
Couple
sticks,
minutes
and
faster.
celery and hummus and so on.
I just really
yes,
need to
that's a
learn
very nice
how to
puzzle.
approach puzzles.
That-
Like
that's actually
what
one
is
of
the
the puzzles
easiest
that
part
got
of
me
this
back
puzzle?
to,
Like where
I
should
had
I
like a very
start?
bad puzzle
You
slump
know, like
in that
I
one, and
struggled
I was just
so
20
much with
minutes
that on new
slower on
puzzles.
everything that I was
Like,
doing.
am I
And
starting
then
in
all
the?
of a
I'm
sudden, I
probably
got
not
that
starting
puzzle,
in
and
the
I
right
managed
spot.
to like get back to almost my personal best, which I think
And
I
also
finished
the
it in like
flip was
47
so
minutes or something
messy.
like that. So that was that's a nice puzzle.
So I think
It's a
honestly,
really
like
fun
this
one.
was very easy
But yeah, I
first.
don't know. We'll see what we
This
get.
this was
I
not.
did like
This was very
when I
easy
went and like
also.
visited
Like, and then I
the US
tried
for
to do the
nationals.
flowers,
I
but
really
like
liked the
I was
fact that
struggling so
they
hard.
only gave them
This was also
puzzles
pretty.
because I
This
think
was
it's more
easy
fair.
ish.
You know,
Like the edge wasn't that bad either.
and
But like I was missing so
maybe it
many edge
doesn't
pieces at the
affect
beginning. Oh my
everybody
god,
as
that's
much, but
such a
especially like
disaster.
people that are close to like
Disaster.
being almost in or not, it can do a lot of difference whether everybody
Yeah,
else
what's
has
easy
seen the
for you
puzzle
is
before
personal, for sure, for sure, for
or
sure.
vice versa. So
But yeah, like look,
I
this
think
one
it'd be
piece
nice
is
to
like
have everything in
super.
at some point in the future.
I agree that it would make it like fairer in a sense that it's new for everyone, because it does make a huge difference if
See
you have
it.
completed a puzzle 5 times before or
See
you
it.
haven't done it at all.
You tell. Like
Yeah,
it's all like
exactly. And there are so
scrunched
many
up,
new
like it was
releases that it's
bent
really
in
hard.
half.
And
Do
also,
you
like I'm just talking about the the European releases.
like
I'm
see
sure
there's
that
like
there's
a, it's
ton
like was it
that
bent
were
in
released
half
in
or
the
something,
US
or
and in the UK
like it's
and like
all
who knows where
crangled.
else
It
that
wasn't.
I
It was a
don't
struggle to
even
put
know
it in.
about because I didn't go on purpose to go look for all
But
of
it
them.
goes
I
there.
don't think it was worth
Well,
it.
it's just one piece,
But
and then
yeah,
some
we'll
pieces
see.
are like this one piece here. Do you see?
Yes, we're
It
going to
has
have
like
to
this.
see. In an
I have
ideal
to glue
world,
it
would
down the
definitely be
picture
like
here.
a completely new
Overall, I
image
think
for
this was a
every single
really good
competition,
puzzle
but,
for.
maybe if speed
I
puzzling
got to be
goes big enough
gentle.
for like
It
a
wasn't
company to
me
like
though.
be
It
worth
came
it
that
for them
way.
in that sense.
I think this is a great speed puzzle.
Yeah,
Like, look how good it looks
I
on the
don't know.
camera.
Like
The
I think
finished
there's
puzzle is
just again
so
because
good.
they did it in the US, and then they sold
It's
them
so
like with the
vibrant
stickers, like they did
and
with the
I
ones
love
from
it.
the finals.
It's such a beautiful puzzle. Also, Schmidt
So they were going to
piece
release them
quality
anyway.
is just
Maybe
so
it's
good.
easier because it was March,
Like, I
end of
mean,
September.
obviously
So
there is
even
this
if you are
one
going to
weird
release
bent
something
piece.
along
Like,
the
I
year,
don't
you
know
can
what
just keep it
happened to
hidden
it.
for like
But
2
like
more months.
the other puzzle
And
I
it
own
won't
for
come
them
out in
is
June anyway.
perfect.
I'm
It's
not sure if that
impeccable.
was easier for them or
It's
not.
impeccable.
I'm not
Okay.
entirely sure. Those images that they were using in the
But
US,
yeah,
those are
this
very,
is
very
amazing.
nice, and I'm really hoping to get my hands on one of them at one point. I have a friend in the US who was like offering that she would take some
No,
with
there's
her.
like I mean there
But
is
yeah,
a little bit
at
of
one
glare,
point.
but that's just because of the direction that light
But you
that
were
I
there at the
have
competition,
here.
is that correct?
So I
I
kind of
was there,
need
yes.
to stand
As
over
a
it, or I
guest.
have to lean like very
I
heavily
puzzled
over if I
along
was
in
doing
some
it
of them,
sitting.
but I
Because I
wasn't
could do it
competing.
sitting, honestly.
I was
For the
there
health of your
to
back,
chat
maybe
with people
sitting is the way
and
to do
like
it. But
work on
like,
the giant
but
puzzle in the
in
convention
general, like
room.
it doesn't have glare.
It was really fun. I haven't
It's
done all of the puzzles because
it's a really
it was
good
just
puzzle
a
for
busy
speed
weekend, so
puzzling.
I didn't
This
manage
it's
to do all of
amazing
them.
quality,
But those
very
that I did,
good
like, were
image.
really enjoyable.
Can't stand
Yeah,
if
I
you're a
did
giant. Those
rewatch
are
like
the rules.
the live streams from the US like a couple of weeks ago, and I actually saw that you also were participating in the pairs with the organizers of the World Championship. How did that
Yes.
go?
I think there were
I
how
love
many
the puzzle. It's
participants?
actually the only one that I still have here.
I think I'm gonna drop the
This
call
speed
because
puzzling together.
they asked also to drop the call and go to the live stream after you're done, because otherwise they're struggling to find who is. Would scare other participants. I think they would be fine. There are other giants that stand. But yeah, okay. I mean, I'm happy that I did it in under an hour. But like, I think, I don't know. I will have to check back on the live stream how many seconds exactly was it, because I was struggling to put it. I was struggling to put it in. So I'm gonna have to, when I log the time, I'm gonna check back. Anyways, I'm gonna go visit Mia to the hospital now. Because she's still in the hospital. She got operated yesterday. They removed the obstruction. But yeah. Read on Discord. Yeah, I put an update of exactly what happened to her on Discord if you guys want to read it. Anyways, I'm gonna go visit her to the hospital. I'm happy that this puzzle didn't take a long time because the visiting hours is from 10 to 1. So I'm gonna go visit her and see maybe if she's like recovering very fast. Maybe they will let me take her home, but she had like, yes, so not like she had complications from the operation, but like that the bone did some damage to her intestines. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. If I'm gonna be streaming, I'm gonna be doing more puzzles, but I might not stream. I might do one puzzle a day. I don't know. But I will probably be back some afternoons. Not tomorrow, maybe next day. And I'm thinking of buying some newer released puzzles to practice those, just in case they show up in qualifying rounds. I don't know. But well, as you know, hospital is very expensive, so I'm not sure if I should be spending more money on puzzles right before going to a puzzling competition, but you know, it could give me an edge. So it's like, anyways, I'm gonna go visit Mia and I'll put an update on the Discord if she comes home with me, okay? See you guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.